So I recently made a video on the Men in Black, which are a group of people that go around and harass people who have seen UFOs. Now, I was even bigger shocked to hear from one of my favorite and most credible YouTube channels called Bedtime Stories that the Men in Black are sometimes seen as driving in a car with black-eyed children. And I know about the black-eyed children, but I wanted to know more about them. So I decided to research them. And I was surprised to find out that the black-eyed children often ask or always ask to come inside the home of their potential victim's home. Most of the time they failed, except one time, and that's the story we're going to go over today. And they always ask to call their parents. They want to call their parents. So before I go into the mythos of the children, I would love it if you liked and subscribed. Please watch the whole video as it helps me with watch time, and I need 8,000. And that will help me get monetized so I can keep doing this full time, even though I'm not doing anything else really because, Disneyland's closed and that's where I work. Anyways, hit the bell icon so you can always be notified when I post. My TikTok is Uncle George 9, and you can get bite-sized videos there that summarize my YouTube channel. Now, if you want to reach me, then please message me on Instagram at Captain_Hokage. Hokage is spelled Hokage, just in case you don't watch Naruto. The spelling can be a little weird to some. Anyways, I will always respond quickly, and I really want to build a community, a family and friends. I just want to be cool, and I want all my subs to feel like, this is a team effort, like we're all on a ship and we're sailing across the ocean together. Okay, that was corny, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I cherish every single sub, so rest assured that I will always be here to chat. All right, let's start the show. The Men in Black really creeped me out. I was surprised to find out that they're related to two other paranormal creatures or entities, whatever you want to call them. The Hat Man, of which I will be covering later on, and the Black-Eyed Children, which is today's video. The Black-Eyed Children will knock on your door in the late evening and wait for you to answer. They always know if you're standing on the other side without announcing yourself. They will state that they are in trouble and they need to use your phone. Typically, people at first glance want to help them because they're children, but for whatever reason, they suffer from extreme anxiety. That's their power. They can make you feel like crap as soon as you're near them, even with the door separating you. And one of the main reasons humans have survived and prospered is our natural instincts. We have a bunch of abilities that we don't understand to protect us, and these instincts are always triggered by predators. It's how you can tell that someone's looking at you, but you can't see them. Regular or paranormal predators as well. The black-eyed children, despite their small size, intimidates adults. Sorry guys, I'm bad. Most cases of people that have run in with the black-eyed children will say that they want to help them, but they won't even open the door because they feel something's wrong. Their spider sense is tingling. Regardless of their appearance, when looked at through windows, only once did someone let them in, and that's the story today that we're going to talk about. It was an old elderly couple, and the couple experienced horrible results or aftermath. In Vermont, there was an elderly couple who woke up to 3 loud knocks on their front door. They both got up to answer the door together, and to their surprise, it was 2 children, a boy and a girl. The 2 creeps, they're little creeps, trust me. The 2 little creeps asked if they could come inside and wait for their parents, as their parents were on their way. The children wouldn't make eye contact, and they just stood in the doorway. I imagine they looked like a scene from True Blood or Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Vampire Diaries, when the vampire's stuck outside and when the vampire hopes the host of the house lets them inside so they can feast on them, but pretend to be humans at first. The couple felt uneasy because they wouldn't make eye contact and they were just standing in the doorway like robots or something. There was a nagging feeling between the both of them to decline helping them, but they were children, and they reluctantly invited them inside. I imagine the children, the black-eyed children, smirked as they were allowed access and walked through the door. The children sat on a couch, and the wife made some hot cocoa, like a nice host. The husband asked the children questions, but they ignored them. What scared the couple the most was that their cat sat under the couch. The cat was hissing and was super angry, and when they turned to look at the children asked to use the restroom. That's often another common theme. Can we use your restroom? The couple finally noticed that they had dark eyes, and they exchanged looks like, oh shit, these things are vampires or demons or something. They had eyes as black as a starless void in the cosmos. Like, think of a really dark night. This is what that looked like. Much like Vanterblack. I don't know if you guys ever seen Vanterblack. Google it. It absorbs light. It's the darkest known material that we have on Earth, I believe. And it felt like their eyes were absorbing their light of their soul. Just super creepy, these kids. The wife directed them to the bathroom, and when she returned to her husband, he was covering his face with his hand because he's in shock. He asked if she saw their eyes, and she replied that she did, and it scared her too. But before she could reply, Her husband took his hands off his face and his nose began to bleed. His wife didn't even have time to react because the power across the house shut off. Those little bastards got to the breaker box. The house was now as black as the black-eyed children's eyes. The wife went to the restroom to check on the children, but the kids caught her off guard and they were already waiting for her at the end of the hallway. They announced that their parents had arrived and were parked in the driveway. The children left the door wide open as they exited, and the wife noticed that there was 2 creepy, tall, slender men at the end of the driveway. Sound familiar? It's the Men in Black. Same type of car too. And at least they were dressed like the Men in Black. At the very least, they looked like them. The wife waved, but the men ignored her as the children entered the car. So not only are they scary, they're also extremely rude. And the 4 of them got in the car and they took off. The power came on shortly after, and the couple explained that their luck changed the following week. The aftermath of them being there, they had nothing but bad luck. The husband continued to have nosebleeds, and when he finally went to the doctor to get checked out, he was diagnosed with skin cancer. What personally bothered me the most was that the couple had 4 cats and 3 of them went missing. The 4th had been found dead in its pool of its own blood, and the other 3 just they ran away, or they didn't find the bodies. And I love animals probably more than people, and I just hate that these fucking things cause the cats to run away, where they no longer have a home, and that one of the cats was dead. So I don't know if these kids are like vampires, where they can once they're allowed in, they could come in the middle of the night. Maybe they ate the cats. I don't know. Ugh, it just bums me out that the cats passed away. Anyways, there are more black-eyed children's stories, and I'll cover them in the future, but most of the stories are the same. This is the only story that's any different. Most of the stories are, well, we got a knock on the door late at night and they asked to come inside, but I wouldn't even open the door. And the kids never tried walking in without permission. They always ask for permission. And if the people say no, they don't reach for the doorknob or try to push the door open. They can't come in. They never try breaking in. It's only when they're invited in. And this is the one story where they're invited in. And if you want to hear more like stories like this, let me know in the comments, and I'll consider consider giving me a follow and like. Also, ring that bell icon too. I know I already said all this stuff. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself at this point. But thank you so much for following me the past few days. It means the world to me, and I promise I will start posting more. The black-eyed children, this video creeped me out, and I had some, they just grossed me out. I don't know what it is about the kids with big black eyes, and then they show up on your doorstep and then get picked up by other creepy entities. I don't know. I was researching the man, was it the Hat Man? Which is, I don't even want to talk about it because that guy's creepy, but I'll go more into him later. I don't know when I'm going to do the video on him, but the black-eyed children and the Men in Black, super creepy. And you know what? The Men in Black, they're extremely creepy because they're like pasty and they don't look human. It almost feels like an alien's attempt at being a human. And that's what I hear often people say, that it's a person, but it doesn't feel like a person when they're talking to them. Whether it's artificial life or an alien in disguise, we don't know. I mean, that's why the movies, they always have people in disguises. This is mythos it's pretty old mythos. It's about 50 years old that we hear about this. Anyways, thank you so much for following. I promise we'll start posting more on YouTube and TikTok. On YouTube, I've been lagging it, but it takes forever to research, and then I'm tired, and then, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna post again tomorrow and Saturday. And then next week, I will start trying to post 5 times a week. I'm going to try, but at the very least 4. Very least 3, but then 4. I don't know. Anyways, message me on Instagram, Captain_Hakagi. And if you can follow me on Instagram too, that would be great. Also message me because I will respond quicker there. You can also message me on TikTok. It's Uncle George 9. And anyways, I love you guys and thank you for everything you do. I mean, this channel is nothing without you guys. I'm nothing without your support. So thank you so much for the support. And if you have any questions about anything, just hit me up. I will chat with you. Even if you just want to chat about like world events or whatever, I got you guys. All right, later. Uncle George out.